All right, so today we are going to be looking at your reader response column for your Does Says reader response article that you've been working with. So we are currently working with the Want to Get into College, Learn to Fail. We've already done the Does and we've already done the Says, and now we're going to work on this column. So that's what I'm going to be walking you through today. We're going to do an example together. Now, if you open up this handout, so this handout has multiple pages. If I go ahead and open this handout up, you'll see that you have 6 ways that you can respond to a text. The first one is asking a question. The second one is making a connection. The third one is making a statement of fact or information to add to the text. The fourth one is to agree or disagree with the perspective of the author. The fifth one is to connect the current text you are reading to another text. And the last one is to give your opinion about the topic of the text. So when you are doing your third column, which is the reader response, you will choose one of these 6 ways in order to respond to each of your chunks. So I might respond to chunk 1 with asking a question about the text, or I might respond to chunk 1 with making a statement or of fact or information about the text. You choose just one. The other important piece is this. Each of these 6 has a sentence frame or a set of sentence frames with it. So for example, if you are going to ask a question of the text, you have these 5 sentence frames. You are not going to write all 5 of them. You will choose one sentence frame to ask a question for whichever section that you're doing. If you're doing number 2, you will use this sentence frame. 3, you'll use the to extend sentence frame. 4, you will use the I agree or disagree. 5, the in the text. And 6, in the article, text, novel, etc. So you have to use these sentence frames. Do not reinvent the wheel. Use the sentence frames. That's my expectation. So we're going to do an example of this together. So I'm going to, fold this back so that I can see it, as well as the reader response, which is right here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to complete for chunk 1. So I'm going to take a second. This is what you will do. You will go back and you will look at chunk 1 in your text and decide what you think about chunk 1. So in this chunk, the author is introducing. They say they ask every single student they interview the same question. What do you look forward to? The student is talking to this individual, takes a risk, said, I'm looking forward to failure, and then explains that they were never allowed to fail because their parents were worried about how that would affect them in college. I now need to respond to this. So please see this next piece, you guys, as a way for you to now respond to the text and get your own opinions out there. So in this one, I am going to use number 6. Okay, because for me, you guys should have an opinion about this idea that you should learn to fail, or that taking a risk is a good thing. So I'm going to start here. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to say, in the article, because that's what this is, one of the main ideas introduced by, and then I'm going to give the name. So I'm going to start doing that here, and you can copy this into yours because this will be your example. So in the article, please note that I chose one. I didn't do article, novel, text, etc. In the article, one of the main ideas introduced by, and then I named the author. In this case, it's Perez. Is, and then I need to figure out that main idea. And for me, that main idea is that he likes the idea of students who are not perfect, or students who are imperfect and willing to show that they're imperfect. So in the article, one of the main ideas introduced by Perez is that he likes students who take risks or show their imperfections. Now there is a second piece to this one. I now need to add my opinion. So my opinion of this idea is, and so I'll continue that, my opinion is, and then you need to add your opinion here. So maybe you think he's crazy for that. Maybe you like the idea, but you're not sure it works. Whatever it is, that's where your opinion will go. So that's what I'm going to say. My opinion of this idea is that I hope admissions counselors want me to show my imperfections because, okay, so my opinion of this idea is that I hope admissions counselors want me to show my imperfections. But, sorry, not because, but I don't think all are as open-minded as Perez when he gets excited about a student who's willing to fail. So notice for the last part, it asks you to support your opinion with evidence in this one. It does not say you have to quote. In this case, I paraphrased what he said, which is that he's excited about a student who's willing to fail. That's my textual piece. And so this reads just like this piece of text. Now, you only, again, have to do one of the 6 for each of your chunks. You've done one chunk, okay, with me right now. And then you are going to complete your 2nd through 5th chunks right here. You have the entire period, you guys, today to finish your reader response. Please, again, make sure you are using these sentence frames. You have 6 choices. I should not see you asking questions for all 5 chunks or making connections between all 5 chunks. Vary your ideas and use the sentence frames that are here.